What I have here today is an attempt at putting some anti-slip on the bottom of my boots. I took a bad fall and bruised up my tailbone. So, of course, I turned to these things. Unfortunately, with these things, I do a lot of pavement walking, and the main concern I have is black ice. And these are extremely uncomfortable when you're walking on pavement. And I find they jar my feet. I have some circulation problems in my toes, and just the knocking of the metal spikes on pavement is not at all comfortable. So I purchased some of this stuff. Now, this is supposed to be for stair treads, and it can be used outside. It says it can be used on sealed wood, composite decking, metal, concrete, and more. I'm not sure how well it'll stick to rubber. So I got a few things here I'm going to prep my boots with first. I just picked every single little rock out that I could find and washed the bottom of my boots. Now what I'm going to do next is dry it really well with the hair dryer and warm up the rubber. Then I'm going to give it a little wipe over with alcohol, which is what I do anytime I'm using any type of adhesive. Then I'm probably going to give it another little warm up with the hair dryer. Then we're going to try to stick the tape on and see if it'll stick fast. Because if I can have some of this anti-skid tape, it'll be great for black ice if it's adhered to my boots. So I'll save you all the pain of listening to the hair dryer. All I'm going to do is just dry and warm up the boot, wipe it with alcohol, dry it again, and I'll come back when I'm going to try to put the tape on. So I was debating whether I was going to cut all little tiny triangles or just cut a few strips. And I think I'm going to go with just a few strips because it's stuck real fast. I don't know how it'll handle out in the dampness, but I'm going to put I got a strip up here by the toe, probably going to put a second strip right here, and then maybe like a little bit on the heel as well. I don't think I need any in the middle. So I'm just going to go, I don't know if I want to do a two-part here, or if I want to go lengthwise like this. I'll probably go lengthwise. So I'm going to cut another, just trying to figure things out as I go. I'm just going to cut another length like that. And I'll cut the width of one of those, which is about in half. Now, be very cautious when you're taking the backing off to not touch it with your fingers because it is really, really sticky. There we go. Now, all I did the last time, tuck that corner down, get the hair dryer. And give it a good push on. And I don't think that's coming off. I'm thinking I might run an X-Acto knife between the pieces so I can tuck it down, but I'm going to go for a few walks on it first and see how it works. It's like if I took an X-Acto knife and cut it, I could push it down between these little nubs of rubber, but I might not need to do that. So just going to try it with the strips like that, and a strip or so on the heel, and hopefully it'll work. I'll let you know. So after taking a couple of walks on, wet, icy pavement, they seem to be working out pretty well. Haven't even lifted yet. They get a bit of dirt caught in them. That's no big deal. So do the treads of the boots. And for I think it was something like $15 a roll. And I only had to use a couple of small strips. Even if they last me a month of walking, I can change them out, and it's pretty good. So anyway, if you're looking for a way to put some anti-slip on your boots, you don't want to walk on pins, you might want to give this a try. Here's another little update. I've walked in these now for about a week, and I've walked on pavement and gravel, and there's actually still a lot of grip on them, and they haven't come off. They've bent in, so didn't even need to use the X-Acto knife. So they still have a good bit of traction, not as much as they started off with. Now I walk quite a lot. I walk every single day, 3 times a day, so yeah, I put a few kilometers on these and they're still working out great, and they haven't come off, which is excellent. I think they're probably, like I initially thought, maybe a month, and the grit might wear down on them and I'll have to replace them. But that's not too bad.